Good evening. How you doing?
Pretty good. Nice seeing you again.
All right. Just want to thank you for your time in our last session, and for these 6 weeks. Everything's been going well. I'm glad that you were allowing me to be your health coach to help you out on this journey, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Just to recap, overall, everything we've been going through for the past 6 weeks. Um, you being more physically active, you staying consistent with your diet, and basically just about you asked me a question last session we had about what is it to be a vegetarian. So I did my own research and talked to a couple colleagues and looked up what it is, some benefits of it, and what the actual meaning is, just to give you better clarification because I know you were thinking about going that route down the road.
Hmm.
So from my notes that I took, vegetarians commonly avoid animal flesh, which includes beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and seafood. And so that answers your question because you had asked about do they eat meat, and I wasn't too sure. So no, they don't eat any meat. They don't have any meat intake. And then the benefits: there's lower cholesterol levels, less risk of stroke and diabetes, can reduce risk of diabetes. Less risk of stroke and obesity. It reduces the risk of diabetes. It's high fiber content, and it also can reduce depression. So those are the benefits I found from just talking to people and doing a little research. So overall, how has everything been going with you?
Things have been going great. Still loving the no red meat, white meat diet. So I kind of did research on my own, and at the moment, I'm still a pescatarian because I eat still seafood, um, and then the veggies and all that other good stuff. Uh, but I'm still not ready to give up the fish quite yet. I'm enjoying the physical activity that I had been doing. I walk still, like I was saying before, to Disneyland for a couple days. We did a trip out there. Um, I'm pretty active on the weekends, taking my little one to the park, having her go on her bike, and chasing her around. Um, Definitely still take lots of breaks away from my desk. On my lunch, I'm more running errands, so it's still getting my steps in. So I'm being productive in that matter. I definitely could do more speed walking, but speed shopping is definitely, helping out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't get to ask you, but you don't mind if I take notes here to keep things refreshed in my
Oh
brain, right?
no, not at all. Please.
All right.
Thanks for asking.
No problem. So, great feedback. It seems like overall the past 6 weeks things have been going better for you.
Mhm.
So, when I touched on the vegetarian, what did you think about that? Like, how with the information I gave you, like, what do you feel about it now? How do you feel about it now?
I think I definitely want to still move towards that goal in the near future. To officially become a vegetarian, I still have a little bit concerns as far as nutrients. Can I absorb everything I need in just my regular diet with being a vegetarian, or will I have to take supplements? So I still have those kind of concerns that I can definitely talk to a nutritionist about. But yeah, I appreciate that. That was very helpful.
Okay. And just to so you're looking to move towards it in the future. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what does that plan look like for you in the future? A week, 6 months, 3 months? Like, what does that plan look like for you?
I think I would hope to move towards it. Let's say, give myself a goal by September of this year, to try to educate myself to see if, what type of supplements I need to take, if I need to take any, um, in order to become a full vegetarian. I definitely like the benefits that you were stating about, less likely to have a stroke, lower cholesterol, that seems definitely something that could benefit, my family history.
Okay. And you said September goal. So what is it? April 30th. How do you see um, implementing it in your schedule from time to time now? Like as in meals per se. Like what does that timeline look like for you?
Um, like, how do I get from where I'm at now to being full vegetarian?
Yeah. So like now you still eat a little meat.
Yeah.
Like what do you look to change in your diet now from now until September where you may go full vegetarian?
Yeah, so out of the 7 days right now, I probably eat fish maybe 3 times a week. So I'm definitely um, not eating like a seafood diet necessarily every day. So I think I'm on the right track to completely wean myself off. Um, I definitely still want to probably decrease that amount just because of all the mercury that is in fish, and there is there tends to be high cholesterol and other things, um, like the shrimp. But uh, I think maybe over the months go from maybe twice a week to 1 day a week, and then eventually wean myself off completely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It seems so. Does that schedule seem like
Realistic? Yeah, definitely.
okay? Nice. So it looks like some positive changes is being made.
Definitely trying to maintain um, the healthy diet that I've kind of hoped to instill in my body.
Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to reach that goal per se in September?
Um, hmm, I say it's pretty important. Um, I, I mean, do vegetarians drink milk? That's vegans, huh? They don't drink that stuff. So vegetarians can still. So I mean, realistically, I think it's pretty important. Still not a 10, but I would gauge it between like an 8, maybe close to a 9, just not a full fledged 10.
Okay.
I definitely like the feeling of feeling healthy, and if I can become more healthier by eliminating seafood, then it's definitely on that top priority.
Okay. I mean, 8 and 9 is pretty high on the
Yeah.
scale,
Mm-hmm.
so that shows that it is important for you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's good. And
Yeah.
I like what you said about your body feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go that route. Like, how does your body feel overall since you went to the no red meat, no chicken, and just a little bit of fish. So how do you feel overall? You can say in this past 3 months.
I feel pretty great. I used to feel really tired after eating. I don't have that feeling. I feel like I have more energy after consuming a meal. Um, I get hungry more often, but I feel like I'm snacking on the good stuff versus filling up on the bad stuff. So overall, the body feels great. I'm not gaining weight. Staying pretty consistent even though I'm eating tons of carbs. But my body feels good.
Okay.
Yep.
And when you said not gaining weight, is your plan to? Are you trying to lose weight, or what? Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do exactly?
The goal was to lose weight. However, staying consistent with the amount of carbs I do consume, I'm not mad at it. I definitely still eat a lot of protein based off of my vegetables. But yeah, I'm happy that I'm not gaining. It's always a plus.
Hey, as long as you're happy, that you feel good about your body. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yep.
So that's what I like to hear. I mean, it seems like this is very important for you to where you have implemented the coaching and implementing your own research into you honestly have taken steps to a positive way of I can see some changes being made in the future for you.
Thank you.
Good job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit more about just feel your body feeling good, about physical fitness, about stress levels, about everything. Just tell me a little bit more about, elaborate a little bit more about where you stand on everything right now since we started our coaching sessions.
I've been able to, well, like I said, I've been able to, step away from my desk a lot more versus, working the overtime and working through my lunches. I'm definitely walking away from my desk, so that's helping with the stress level. Um, I'm feeling a lot better with the stress. Before I was talking about how I do well when under pressure and stuff like that, but realizing that the stress levels in your body is not necessarily helping you. So, doing better with stress. Um, Body feels great, like I was explaining before. Um, what else did you ask?
And the physical fitness.
Physical fitness. Definitely can do better. But like I said before, I've done way better than, working through my lunch, sitting at my desk, or, um, more so relaxing on the weekends. It's more physical activity. So definitely making strides to improvement, but can always do better.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the main thing, I'll always tell myself is if we can improve one little thing every day,
Yep.
I mean, that's a point of positivity to getting us to where we want to go. So it seems like you've been having proven things every day. So I mean, I'm proud of you. I mean, you've been doing a good job. Um, so seems like I said, your efforts are paying off. So what do you see as the next steps to continue this process of what you started 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago?
I guess it's more like day by day. Before it was more like a religious thing for me that I was giving up on certain routines or habits. So that kind of pushed me more to be strict on myself. Now that Lent has been ended, it's more of like just taking that accountability on myself and saying like you can do it, you can keep up, eating this way and eating healthier. Um, so I don't know.
So how do you plan on holding yourself accountable? I mean, accountability is huge in anything type of improvements we want in life. How do you plan on holding yourself accountable?
I'm more terrified if I definitely cheat and take off on eating a ton of meat that I'm going to get sick. I'm not a fan of getting sick, so the fear of getting sick and breaking that detox, I think that's holding more over my head than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been getting sick lately since you've started this new cleanse?
No, haven't at all had any stomach issues, so I've been quite happy about that.
Okay. And were you having stomach issues before when you were intaking a lot of meat?
I've had ulcers in the past based off of what they've said was possibly caused by the amount of red meat that I was intaking. But since then, I haven't had any issues or any like acid reflux or anything like that. So definitely doing better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So to plan out a schedule for me, you think, what is from a day-to-day basis, what does it look like for you to keep what you got going now going, regularly? What is the schedule from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, as in eating, physical fitness, stress? What do you plan on doing to improve, keep your stress levels down? What is the schedule? Can you make a schedule for yourself?
I don't see myself as more of a strict schedule person. Just as a parent or being in case management, it's kind of like a daily thing that I'm working on and trying to set goals for myself, but I don't necessarily, I wouldn't hold myself to a certain structure. I pretty much just have to go with the flow every day, and I'm okay with that, of not knowing what exactly the day brings, and I think that brings less stress on myself, because I think if I hold myself to a structured order of, at 8 o'clock you need to do this, or at 9 o'clock you need to do that, by 12 o'clock you need to be walking, I think it holds more of a anxiety stress level for me. So just taking it literally day by day, hour by hour, I think that's more helpful for me than necessarily setting out the structure of day to day.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I mean, at the end of the day, like we said earlier, I mean, you have to know what works best for you.
Right.
And it sounds like a schedule like that will work best for you and what you got going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Great. Um, so just to switch it up a little bit, because I know time base when we went over the SMART goals in the past
Mhm.
was big for you because you work and you got to
Mhm.
pick up your daughter and you have a lot of stuff going on.
Mhm.
So with the time base, how has the schedule been going for you, and being more physically fit, as in your day to day schedule? How have you made those positive changes? How have you done that in your schedule from when we started to now?
Yeah. So I think when we started, the time changed. So it's light longer throughout the day. So there's some days where I'm able to get off early and I can just pick her up, take her to the park, run around with her. A lot of chasing her. So, I mean, that physical activity right there was definitely an improvement from what I was doing from coming home, being so exhausted and like binging on the couch just because I was exhausted. But um, that has changed for the better. I don't work overtime on Saturdays, so I have more family time, meaning there's more physical activity, such as, like I was telling you before, the Disneyland or park time. So I definitely think that that's something that I've been able to implement in my schedule. Um, I think I have more errands to run because I have that weekend I want to do. So on lunch breaks, like I was telling you before, the speed shopping versus sitting at my desk and trying to do other things or get ahead. It's nice just stepping away and shopping
Nice,
quickly.
nice.
Yeah.
So it seems like that's been going positive for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you can continue to keep that going for you?
I guess I would have to say, I guess setting a timer or alarm on my desk, saying like, reminding me to leave my desk, closing up shop, removing yourself from the actual office. That just helps me to remember, like, yeah, it's self care, like, focus on yourself, step away from the desk, might help with, stress levels or actually in regards to the time management, being able to accomplish more things for not only my family, but for myself on my lunch break.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, you've been you seem like you're in a good stage right now from when we started to barely never leaving your desk
Yeah.
to now where you're leaving your desk.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think? What kind of triggered in your mind for you to be able to make that change?
I know definitely our talks, they helped with, motivating me to just step outside, take care of myself. Those, even if it was 30 minutes, I was removing myself from my desk, and that helped a lot. And just kind of that reminder of like, okay, work is work. Now it's lunchtime, and go enjoy your lunch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So our health coaching sessions have been beneficial for you.
They have been.
Okay.
They have been. So I
Nice.
appreciate that.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to getting back to the actual staying consistent with the no meat, have you improved on that too? As in, basically staying strict to having a binge day where you want to try to do this or do that. Do you see that continuing to lead to success as well? I mean, has it been well? Let me say this: has it been better for you from the second week to 6th week? Has it been better or has it been pretty consistent?
Pretty consistent overall. Like I said, I'm more fearing the getting sick because I've heard that if you cheat on and your body consumes too much of something too fast or whatever, you tend to get sick. And I can't. Not only can I not afford getting sick from work, but I don't like to get sick. So it's motivating enough to kind of keep myself going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So just to look back over everything we've covered, you've done a great job. I mean, honestly, in implementing the physical activity because you were already moving towards a eating, eating right with no meat, changing your diet, thinking about going vegetarian. So I mean, that has pretty stayed consistent overall.
Mm.
And the physical fitness, I mean, you've done a great job to implement in that schedule from the second week to basically the 8th week. So I mean, it seems like you're on track, for success. I mean, only thing that I can say is, just do what you feel is best for you. I mean, a lot of people is gonna say this, say that, but at the end of the day, you know what your body feels and you know what you want. And I mean, it's been great coaching you the past 6 weeks. And is there any questions for me that overall in this past 6 weeks that you have for me about any type of health coaching or anything?
No, you've been quite awesome. So I appreciate your efforts to help me on this journey.
All right. Well, keep up the good work. We will continue our coach sessions if that's fine with you. And if you have anything that comes up from now until when are you available to meet again?
Sheesh. My husband's pretty strict with me getting home on time, so maybe next Monday we can kind of follow up again, see how the weekend went.
Okay. All right. Well, next Monday, that's perfect. Like I said, just keep up the good work. I'm a text message or email away if you need anything, need a little bit of extra motivation, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.